What's your full name?
Sylvia Mensah.
Okay. Do you have any nicknames?
A lot. So
Okay,
you're
just
giving me a lot.
mention a few.
Akiti Magaji. Was it a gang leader part? I don't know if gang leader, but I think those are the two I remember.
Okay. How about Raji?
Rajiti's part,
Okay.
yeah.
No problem. When were you born? And where were you born?
I was born on 15 June in Akwitia.
In Akwitia.
Yeah.
Where's Akwitia?
Akwitia is in the eastern region.
Okay.
Yeah. Akwitia, Bodia.
Okay. So you spent the first, 5 years, 20 years of
No,
your
I
life?
spent from I was born in Akwitia. I left Akwitia after GHS.
Okay, so that was after 15.
Yeah.
Okay. What's your earliest memory of Akwitia?
Akwitia.
Yeah.
Akwitia was so fun because you were young, you didn't have troubles, life was good, there was a lot of money at home.
A lot of money at home. You come from a
At
very, very
home.
rich family.
Yes, that time. Yes, I was.
Okay, so tell us about your family. So you live with your
I live with my parents.
with your parents and your grandparents, or no?
No, my grandparents too were in Akwitia, but we used to
Akwitia.
go there. So we were comfortable, very comfortable.
You
Yeah.
live in a palace.
Oh, not necessarily, but my dad provided for us. We never lacked.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to go back to your earliest memory. Something that happened when you were maybe 3, 4, 5.
I think
Probably about this height.
something that I remember Akwitia is I remember there was one time I was at my grandfather's place, and there were men carrying sand, and they were singing some song. Military people actually raided Akwitia because Akwitia is a place where there was a lot of diamonds there. So when I was a kid, I used to see a lot of diamonds. Yeah.
That's why your standards are high.
It's called the Diamond City. So I think the Galamsey era, it has always been there. They used to call it Down Blue. And these military people came there, and I think they raped one of the women and they killed her. You know how military people are, so they raided the place and they took all the men in Akwitia.
So who raped and killed the...
These Galamsey people.
Okay.
That's the story.
Yeah, okay.
So they came to arrest the young men.
So the woman was a soldier?
Yes, a soldier.
Okay.
So they came to arrest the young men in Akwitia whom they believed
may have been involved.
Yeah. So it was funny. There are some people you go, their husbands are hiding in. See, my uncle hid in a very big pot, those pots that they sell kinky inside. They cook kinky inside. That's what he hid in, but they caught him.
They caught him.
Some people acted like old men, but they caught them. Like the old people, they left us. I remember my grandfather and I were standing at the lobby and we saw them going down because
they collect your dad too.
My dad didn't go because my dad worked at the hospital.
Okay,
so they didn't
take.
If you work in government sector, they don't regard you as that. But the other people. Yeah, there is a lot of people. It was all over the news. They took them under a big tree because we were watching it on the news as well. And they beat them mercilessly. They did a lot of bad things to them.
Oh, wow.
I don't know what they were looking for, but I guess they got what they wanted.
Okay. We'll look it up and then I'll read a bit.
It was called Wawa.
Wawa,
yeah.
Was it the Wawa affair or what?
I don't know if it's Wawa affair, but I remember they used to say it's Wawa.
Okay.
That was the name of the whole thing, yeah.
Okay. Interesting. So that's something from your childhood. How old were you at that time?
I don't know. Maybe I was in primary.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't remember.
In Akwitia, do you guys have nursery schools? Do you go to nursery school?
Yes.
What's the name of your nursery school?
I went to my dad worked at a hospital. He was a lab technician.
Okay.
So we are Catholics, so all my life I've been doing Catholic stuff.
Sorry about the death of the Pope. My condolences to you.
Thank you. Please bring us in some body.
I don't even know what is that.
Donations.
Donations?
For the funeral, yes.
What's the Pope's house name? Before I donate, you have to tell me the Pope's house name.
I'll tell you later.
Okay.
Yeah, so my dad, he worked, so there's a hospital in Akwitia, I think, I'd say it's one of the biggest hospitals. St. Dominic's, I know you've heard it, St. Dominic's Hospital.
Okay.
So they had a school, that's a St. Dominic's RC school.
Okay.
So that's why I went to school, crèche, primary, GSS.
So do you remember anything about primary or about crash?
I remember I used to have three friends. We used to be a gang. Adelina, Theresa, and myself. Adelina and Theresa, their mothers were nurses.
Okay.
And my dad was a lab technician, so I used to move with them.
Are you still friends with them?
I don't know where they are.
But do you remember their full names? Adelina
I
was
think Adelina Boati, yeah, Adelina Boati and Theresa Wegbelo.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right. So they were your friends from just crash or all the way through primary
They were
school?
my friends from like crèche, yeah, all the way through primary school. It was like a gang.
It was like a gang. But you became friends in nursery school.
Yes, we became friends
And
in primary
then
school.
after JHS, then you went your separate ways.
Yes, JHS, like,
Oh,
that was
interesting.
a start, yeah.
Okay. So then it means that when you went to primary school, you had your friends already.
Yeah, yes, like you don't, we were the,
You were just together
like
the whole
our
time.
gang, you don't, like, we were the leaders.
Okay. Did you ever get in trouble in school?
In school, primary.
Or were you a great student? Oh, the best
Primary,
behaved.
no, primary, I didn't. I think it was JHS.
Okay, what did you get into trouble for in JHS?
JHS, someone wrote a letter to me. And my
Ah,
dad found it. So my dad is those kind of men that you can be in school, you can just come to the school.
but hold on. Let's just take our time. Somebody wrote a love letter to you.
Yes.
Okay, how did they get it to you?
So there was this girl, Ellen Ankoma.
Elena
Yeah.
Koma, okay.
I think she became my friend like along the way.
Mm-hmm.
And her cousin
Okay.
liked me.
This was his name.
The guy,
Yes.
no.
Okay,
Yeah,
let's the cousin.
yeah, so Ellen
Ellen Ankoma's
Ankoma.
cousin, who was a
Yeah.
guy who was in the school.
No, he wasn't in the school. He was
Yes.
in another
He
school.
was in another school.
Yeah.
And then he saw you. How did he see you?
My mom had a shop
Okay.
in Akutia. It was close to the station.
Okay.
And my mom bakes. So we sell pie, drinks, ice cream, cake, all these things. So I mean, people pass a lot, and like I'm a very beautiful girl. I mean, I should be more beautiful than this. So
I love your humility. It's just so
very
wonderful.
beautiful girl. Oh, men used to like me. All
Okay.
these men.
What did you used to? Why has it stopped?
Now it's not like before.
We'll come to that.
So I think this guy, I think he liked me. I don't know what was going on.
Yes.
And he told his cousin.
Okay.
And so she brought me a love letter.
You were in school and then she
Yeah,
brought the love
she
letter.
brought it to me. She was my friend, so she said, "Oh, my cousin." I'm forced to mention his name, but I'm trying so hard not to mention his name.
But why? Okay, no way.
So my
Save
cousin,
the innocent, protect the innocent.
Yeah, my cousin wrote this letter to you, and I read it. That was the first time I saw this word epistle.
Okay.
I was so happy to see the word. Like,
you were happy.
Yes, I've never heard
So
of it before.
you liked words. So the fact that
It was so sweet.
so the fact that he introduced you to a new word, you fell in love with it.
Yes.
Okay.
The letter was also like I've never received a love letter before. So me too, I took the letter. I took it home.
Okay.
I put it in my bag.
Okay. Your school bag.
Oh.
Please, which bag?
The bag that keep my stuff inside.
You have a bag for stuff.
I used to have a bag that keeps stuff inside. I put it there, and I went to school. I don't know what my father was looking for that day. My father found it. So I was in school, and they came to call me that my dad is looking for me. I mean, the headmaster is looking for me. Then I went. The headmaster was holding the letter. My dad has come to report me.
Okay.
They gave me internal suspension for
receiving a love letter.
Yes, my father.
Were they trying to find out who sent it to you?
So the funny story is, my dad caught the guy the letter to me. So after my dad came to the school and he gave the letter to them and they punished me, my dad went to the guy's school.
Wait, how did your dad catch him? I want to understand.
So Akotia, it was a small town, so we know each other. And the guy too was a Catholic. We used to go to the same church. Okay. And his name.
So he wrote it, he signed his name on it.
His name on it, and his school. He was in St. Anthony's Catholic school.
So he put his school also on the letter?
Yeah, from like...
to make it easy for you to access him. Yeah, okay.
Normal letter.
Okay.
So, my dad... that was our church, so the church's school. So my dad went to St. Anthony's. Unfortunately for the guy, when my dad was entering the school, he was the one my dad met.
Okay.
And my dad was like, "Hi, young boy." He knew my dad, so he just told my dad, "Oh, Mr. Mensah, good. Dad was like, "Oh, young boy," to say, yeah. It's like, "Okay, I'm looking for this guy." And the guy was like, "Oh, me pacha mia."
So he didn't know why your
He
father was looking
didn't
for
know
the guy.
why.
Oh,
My
okay.
father held him, took him to the master's office.
Uh-huh.
This boy has written a love letter to the daughter. Like a whole, like a big
Mm-hmm.
issue.
Uh-huh.
Eh. But we didn't stop talking. We were still talking.
No, no. So then after that, then your dad came to your school.
No, he came to my school before he went to the guy's school.
Okay. So let's just
So
walk through this because I want to make sure I don't miss anything. Your dad
okay.
came to your school and said someone had written a letter to you.
Yeah, so they should punish me.
So they should punish you for receiving the letter,
Receiving and keeping it.
keeping the letter. And I think I see, yes, keeping the letter from your dad. I think that's where he probably is his sweet daughter. Is keeping secrets now. Where did you learn that? Hmm. So then they give you internal suspension,
Yeah.
which means what? You don't go to class, but you're in the school.
Yeah, I'll be weeding.
You'll be weeding
Weeding the field with Ellen.
because of epistle. Ellen also got in trouble
Yes. So she
for,
brought the letter.
for breaking the
Yeah,
letter.
she brought the letter.
Okay, so then after that, he went to St. Andrews,
Yeah, at St. Anthony's.
St. Anthony's,
Yeah,
to look for
the guy.
the guy whose name we are still not mentioning.
Yeah,
But then he was met and he was held.
took him to the headmaster's office.
Okay. And then what happened to him then?
That they should punish the guy. But I don't know if he was punished.
You don't know if he was punished?
I don't remember the story, whether he was also punished or not. But when I go home, my dad beat me.
So besides the weeding, you were beaten?
Yes. That was
Okay.
the first time my dad beat me.
With what, a cane or
I don't
a
remember, but I
belt?
remember I was being beaten and
You were
they
being
even threw me out of the house. I rolled from the room.
You rolled from where? The room?
Yes, came out. The boy's mom
Uh-huh.
and the sisters came to beg. Like my dad is a very hard man. No,
Do you, now that you're a bit older, what do you think? Do you think he was just afraid of you being pregnant or something like
I don't
you hear
know.
all these
But
boys?
when I was young,
Uh-huh.
there was something about my dad. When my dad sees me, I think he was afraid because my dad used to tell me that having a daughter is like staking lottery. You either win or lose.
Okay.
So he was very, very like.
Uh-huh.
He didn't used to beat me, like he gave me everything. So that was the first time he beat me. So I think I kind of understood him.
For beating
That
you.
yeah, but that I'm giving you everything. Why do you want somebody in Jesus?
Because your father did not give you the word epistle. That's what it comes down to.
Yes, that's what the
So-
episode I remember.
So then, but how did they come to the house to beg for it? Did they hear you screaming?
No, so because my father took the thing to the headmaster, they had to invite the guy's parents, the guy's mother to this thing.
Yeah.
My father like not some thing.
Okay.
I don't know, maybe I have a little bit of that. So
A little bit. A little bit.
so the headmaster was like, he doesn't want any problem with Mr. Mensah and all this kind of thing. So they have to go to the house. And so I remember the time that my dad beat me that I rolled out of the room. The boy
Yes.
and the mother were
They were outside. So it was like a Ghanaian movie. You
it
rolled
was so
out.
embarrassing. Like it was so embarrassing. It was so embarrassing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they came to beg. My father said that he has forgiven them, what, and all this kind of things. But the guy and I, we still used to talk. But
How were you talking?
we go to Ellen's house.
So
They even said I shouldn't refer to Ellen.
but you were still going to Ellen's
Yes, I
house.
intentionally take bucket. I'm going to fetch water.
So why were you going to Ellen's house? Let's
Because
discuss
Ellen
that.
was my friend. And you know, the funny thing is, as time went on, I think after GHS, when we moved to Kumasi, and I realized this guy who brought me the letter, he wasn't supposed to come to propose to me. It was someone who wanted to propose, and the person was shy. So this guy was supposed to be the betweener.
And he decided to take it for himself.
He took it for
And
himself.
he took the punishment for himself.
Yes.
He died for
Yes.
the other guy's sins.
Yes, but I liked him, so we used to talk. But as at that time, we never became boyfriend girlfriend. I think because my dad, we were scared, and people knew my dad. So if we are together, someone might tell my dad. So you have to go to Ellen's house and hide. When you are going, you carry your bucket of water, like you're going to fetch water. Then
So
you
he
go.
was carrying a bucket of water.
No, he did. I mean, his parents, his mother didn't really care like that.
Okay.
It was Ellen's cousin. That's why.
That's
I know.
cousin.
Yeah.
So you, because now I'm curious, like why was it worth the potential beating? Why were you going still to Ellen's place to go and talk to him because you knew you were going to meet him
I think
because you
I
liked
think-
him?
I think, and it was also the fact that it's like you're in your hot girl season. People like you.
Mm-hmm.
You get so it's like why don't you entertain this? It was nice. He wasn't the only one. It was nice entertaining
It's
these
entertainment.
things. Yes.
You know, your father is providing you everything. You want to be entertaining epistles.
Yes. Oh, he was the only one that my father wanted. The other ones there,
Your father didn't catch you.
because my father, he should have known that I wasn't a bad girl, because I would have hidden that letter well. But
Oh, maybe he thought you hid it well. And that's the only one that he caught.
you see, if I wouldn't have kept it at home, or maybe I'd have kept it in school, my desk.
But how is he supposed to know that? If you were a mother and you catch your daughter in such a situation, would you believe that, oh, the reason why I caught her is because she's not a bad girl? Or would you think she slipped up this time?
And then she made my mother used to beat me.
She used to beat you. What did you used to do?
My mother,
Yeah.
when my cousins do something, my mother will beat me.
Are you a firstborn?
Yes.
The firstborns, you have to take the sins of the family.
My mother will beat me. When my brother does something, my mother will beat me.
Yeah.
My mother, I think she used to beat me for fun, because it got to a time I thought that was it. She can beat me, sir. I don't understand.
So how did that make you feel as a child?
So it made me, I had some kind of resentment towards my mother.
Okay.
I think when I grew up, like maybe 2 years ago, I said like my mom and I became that close. My relationship has always been with my father since like childhood. Menses, my dad. If I have to buy my underwear, it's my dad. Everything, it was my dad.
Do you look like your dad or your mom?
I look like both of them.
You look like both of them?
Yeah, but I think more of my dad.
So obviously your mother couldn't beat your dad. Maybe he was upsetting her and then you were there.
Maybe I was receiving it.
You're receiving it. Oh, that's sad, but it's a good thing you've been able to reconcile with her.
Yeah. Now we are very close. I'm closer to her than my dad now.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. No, he only beat you once.
Yes, my dad beat you. My dad, he didn't used to beat you.
So if he never beat you, I'm sure it was a conscious decision. So the time he beat you, he must have been really scared.
I'm sure, because the way he beat me and I rolled out of that room.
No, explain this rolling out, because I want to understand. So were you running away or?
So it's like they are beating you. So you're running out. I think as I was running, I fell. And there's no time to stand up, so you have to roll.
It was like a maneuver for safety.
So you just have to.
So when you rolled and got up, you had the feet of the boy and his mother. So what did they say? Did they come in the house or they decided that they don't want to roll themselves?
My father don't.
So they just left?
My father stood at the gate and they were standing there. My father said, and they were like, oh, my father, my boss say you're a patcho. Then my father was like, then the mother was like, she's sorry and all this kind of things. My father was like, you can go. Okay. That's how it was.
But then after that, you both still met at Ellen's house.
Yes.
So as a mother, how would you handle a similar situation? Because it shows that you were a bit stubborn. Your dad tried to scare you by even beating you, but still.
Oh, I don't think I would have beaten my child. Maybe I would have had a conversation with my child.
A conversation?
Yes. Maybe.
So if your dad had a conversation with you, everything would be okay? Yeah, you stop going to see the guy?
I think if my dad had a conversation with me and told me about maybe whatever he thought maybe entertaining boys would happen, because I never had that sex education.
But I don't believe, you see, everybody wants to believe that, oh, if you just talk to a child, no, you beat the child. Sometimes violence solves everything. I'm just joking, but the point I'm making is that if beating you didn't scare you, how can words scare you? Because maybe at that point, it's just rebellion, right?
Yeah, because I was in GSS,
So the words, you even laugh and go and tell the boy that my father was even saying this and this and this. Can you imagine?
Yes, the boy explained to me how my father caught him.
He explained?
Yeah, how my father caught him at the gates.
Okay. So that was the craziest incident.
Yeah.
There. But did other people write letters to you, or was just him?
No, people are scared of my father. When you go to church, even if guys want to talk to me, it has to be those that my father knows, so that they can come to me and they tell, okay, this guy wants to talk to you and all those kind of things. So if I'm moving with this person, my father think, okay, maybe this person, so like.
But don't you think that probably saved you from some nonsense?
It's possible.
Because, I mean, as you are saying, you were very beautiful.
I'm so beautiful.
All of you were the diamond in Akwetia, the most beautiful diamond in Akwetia.
I had beautiful friends.
But at least, because we know young boys, they always bring nonsense. At least if they know that Mr. Mensah's house, I shouldn't bring my nonsense. then it kind of filters away some of the bad boys who don't want violence.
It's true.
So it's interesting. That's a parenting technique. At least your father's style worked somehow.
Yeah, it
Because
did.
here you are today.
It did. Because I always have that thing at the back
Back
of my
of your
mind.
mind.
Like when you have a daughter, it's like you stake a lottery, you either win or lose. So
So did
I'm
he
always-
explain what he meant by that?
So I think this thing happened. So my dad and I used to watch the news a lot because I was so much into this journalism. I started being so much in journalism when I was young, like primary, because I liked Emma Morrison.
Okay.
I used to watch on TV3 a lot. I liked the way she used to speak it. So I wanted to be like her so bad.
Have you met her before?
No. No,
Okay.
I have never met her before.
We have to arrange it.
Yeah, but I think I saw her picture one time on social media.
Don't worry, we'll arrange it. I will call my people.
Yeah, I'll be so excited to meet her because
Okay.
she made me like she's the reason.
Okay.
So I used to watch the news a lot with my dad. So one time we were watching the news and I think a lady went to sleep at her boyfriend's. This is what she had thing, and she died.
Okay.
So that was the
And then
moral
your
of the
dad
story. Yeah.
use that to so I can imagine how tormented your dad was every night. Because if your belief is that having a daughter is like a lottery, win or lose,
Yeah.
it's a matter of when do you find out whether you've won,
Yeah.
right?
It was a lot. Because if he even sees me, I think even as at SHS, I think there was one time when we had moved to Kumasi, I'd come on vacation. I was standing outside with a guy.
Yeah.
My dad saw as he passed, but he didn't talk to me for a week.
For a
I
week?
had to write a letter to apologize.
A letter to apologize for
Yes.
talking to a boy.
Yes.
And then once you wrote the letter.
I explained it and he understood.
So I think your family, you like letters.
My father, dear. Oh, my father.
So have you ever introduced a boy to your father before?
Yeah, I have.
Okay, so we will come to that, but I don't want us to get too far ahead of ourselves. So at some point you left after JHS.
Yeah.
Where did you go?
We moved to Kumasi.
You moved to Kumasi. Okay. But before then, in Akwecha, was there any teacher that had a lot of influence on you that you liked or didn't like?
When I was in primary.
Yeah, when you were in primary school.
I think primary was Mr. Peter? I think that was the name, Mr. Peter.
What did he teach? And
Mr. Peter, I think, is either math or science? I don't remember. But he was a good teacher because he had a very brilliant son.
Okay.
So, like, imagine this teacher being good and the son is so brilliant, it's always topping.
Yeah.
The guy could not come to, like, he could skip school for a month and he would still top.
Okay.
This thing. Yeah, so, and he was a disciplinarian.
Okay.
Like, he used to really discipline us and all. I think that's what I used to like about Mr. Peter. Yeah.
Okay.
He was a good teacher as well.
Wonderful. So eventually after JHS, you moved to Kumasi.
Yeah.
With your father?
Yeah, the whole family.
The whole family?
Yeah.
But they waited for you to finish JHS, or it was...
Yeah, so when the job offer came, I was done with JHS.
You're done with JHS, so then you moved to Kumasi.
Yeah.
So tell us about moving to Kumasi. How was that experience? Were you happy you were moving, first of all?
It was bittersweet because, like, I've lived all my life in Akutia. My friends, like, I don't know anybody in Kumasi.
Okay.
I know my dad had family members there, but I don't know them.
Okay.
So it was like, I'm living my whole life. My siblings, they didn't used to understand because they were young, but I'm living my whole life here and moving. My friends, my church, like, everything was Akutia. It was a tough decision, but I had to understand my dad because we were going through tough time as a family.
Okay.
So we had to.
Tough time, what do you mean, financially or?
Yeah, a lot of things happened.
A lot of things happened, so you had to do.
Yeah.
While those things were going on, you were old enough. Do you think it affected your personality or your understanding or your social interaction with people?
I mean, it did affect home.
Home.
Yeah, because like life was so comfortable. Then all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when the Kumasi thing came, I mean, it was so good because it was literally what he was doing in Akutia, but this is 10 times better.
Okay.
Yes, so it
you
was
moved the
something
whole
that
family.
we just had to all go away.
Okay, so what school did you go to when you got to Kumasi?
I was done with GHS, so I moved to SHS, but my siblings, they went to St. Leo. I mean, still the Saints.
Okay. So SHS, where did you?
St. Roses.
And St. Roses where?
Akwetia.
So you didn't move to Kumasi. Don't tell us you moved to Kumasi. You just
I
went back to
went to Kumasi,
Akwetia.
I went back to Akwetia, yes.
And that's where the bad boys were. They were still there.
Oh no, as Roses, that school, I mean, it's one of the best schools, but I mean, I don't think, well, I don't even have to say, Roses is one of like the best schools.
How do you measure that? It's better than Wesley Girls.
I can't say because I've not been to Wesley Girls before, but the discipline, like Roses taught me a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, it taught me a lot. Like
what?
How to dress as a lady.
Okay. How do you dress as a lady? Tell us.
I didn't even used to sleep in nightwear.
What do you sleep in jeans?
Normal attire. I just go out and sleep, that's all.
Okay.
But Rose says you have to sleep in night. You have to take nightwear. You have to sleep in nightwear.
So do you sleep in nightwear now?
Yeah, till now I do.
Okay. All right.
You don't carry anything on your head as a lady.
So what are you saying about the street hawkers?
I'm talking about what Rose taught saying.
Okay.
As a lady, you don't carry things on your head. You either hold with your hand and however you're going to maneuver, take it. That's how you go. As a lady, you're supposed to fold your stuff. As in, your wardrobe is supposed to be neat. You have to lay your bed. You always have to sleep on bed sheets. You have to change your bed sheets like even if like 2 weeks, maximum 2 weeks. As a lady, you have to change your bed sheets. Like you have to. I mean, I used to shower, but not a lot.
Okay.
But I shower twice a day.
Okay.
Using of the cutlery, they taught me how to even peel kinky with cutlery. Like Roses taught me a lot.
This one, fancy kinky or gan kinky?
The gan kinky.
Because fancy kinky will be tricky.
Yeah, fancy kinky you can't. It's a gan kinky.
The gan kinky.
Yeah.
Okay. So one day you show us. We'll do a video how to peel kinky with the cutlery.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can share it with the world.
And I also met friends like people from.
So tell me about your first day at St. Roses. What happened? So you went with your family took you?
My first
your father?
I think my dad. Yeah, I think I.
Your mother go as well?
My mom, I don't remember. I don't remember.
You don't remember? You don't remember your dad?
I remember.
Your dad was protecting you like diamond.
So I remember going with my dad.
Okay, so you get there, you have your chop box and your trunk.
No, we don't take chop box.
Please, what do you take? A suitcase?
Bag.
Hey, please.
Because they give you a wardrobe for your stuff and they give you how do you call it, a locker for your provisions.
Okay.
And in the classroom you have a desk, but you still need check bag to put your books inside if there are excess books. So when you get to Roses, Roses, it was nice because I used to see the school and it was a school I really wanted to go to.
Oh, you wanted to go there?
I really wanted to go to Roses.
Is it true that there are no tall people in St. Roses?
I mean, when you're tall, you enter the school, you'll be short. And there's something about that school. I actually wanted to go to either Okuapeman Senior High or St. Roses. I think I love Okuapeman because this whole idea about it had these blind people there. So I was fascinated about how they teach them and their movement and all this kind of thing. So I wanted either of those schools, but I got
also because of the love letter, and since love is blind, it just makes sense to put yourself in that environment.
Touche.
Yeah, it makes sense. So, who were your friends at St. Roses, and how did you meet them?
Okay, Roses. Thank you. Barbara is my friend. I think
Barbara, what do you remember?
Barbara Watson. I think I even attended a birthday party last year, December.
Okay.
Barbara, Judith.
Okay. Judith what?
Judith Nyakum.
Okay.
I remember Judith. I remember Angela Efa. But we are no more like how we used to be.
Okay. How did you meet Barbara Boateng?
So we were in the same house. So I was in house 6.
Okay.
I was in house 6. And we were in the same dorm. And we were in the same classroom as well.
Yeah. But the first time you saw her, what was going on? Do you remember?
You know, I liked Barbara because Barbara is, I think Barbara is more or less like me. Okay. She says it as it is. Okay. She's very funny.
Okay. Like, where is she from?
Barbara, she's an Ewe.
Okay.
So she's from the water. I don't know where.
You don't know where?
No.
They are all from the same place. You don't care where. It's just...
I don't know where. And Barbara, she's very beautiful. I like to refer to beautiful ladies.
So you're saying that you didn't befriend any ugly people in St. Roses?
No, not necessarily. I had other friends, but I think the reason I remember these people are I'm still in touch with them.
And they are beautiful.
Yeah, so you to
Okay.
stay in touch with them.
Okay.
The class, the same class. Yeah.
Okay. So you're in the same class.
Yeah.
What were you studying? Arts, general
General
arts.
arts. General arts too.
General arts too.
So we used to do history,
Okay.
government, French, and French, CRS, and literature.
And at that time, you still wanted to be in the media.
Yeah. I wanted to be so bad.
Okay. So you mentioned Barbara Boateng. You mentioned
Judith
Judith. Judith what?
Nyako.
Judith Nyako. Yes. How did you meet her?
We're in the same dorm.
Okay.
Barbara and Judith are like best friends.
Okay.
I mean, as at the time we were in school, we're not like so best friends, but now they are best friends.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's how. So Barbara, Judith, and we're in the same class.
So are they in Accra? Both of them?
Yeah, they're in Accra.
Okay. Wonderful. And then the third person you mentioned,
Angela, she was my friend, but we are not.
you're not that close. Is she also in Accra?
No, I think Angela is in Koforidua.
Okay.
I mean, Judith also stays in Koforidua, but she comes to Accra most of the time, so she's mostly in Accra. And there was Gifty Badago.
Okay.
Gifty Badago. She was best friends with Barbara at that time.
Why do I feel like I've heard that name before?
Badago.
Yes.
Yeah.
Gifty Badago.
Yeah.
Is she in Accra?
Yeah, Gifty is in Accra.
She didn't come from Empowerhead.
No.
Okay. I don't know.
Gifty didn't come.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's how I met them.
Okay, so now we have to talk about, were you an athlete in St. Rose's?
No.
Why not? Why didn't you try something?
I mean, Rose's, these things, they were not things that they cared about.
Ladies don't run.
Because I think so, because even when they are going to do these inter-schools and all this kind, it's just the athletes that go. We don't even go and support them.
Okay.
So it's like doing that thing was a bit of a waste of time.
But did you try, have you ever thought, oh, let me try maybe table tennis or let me try and run? Because maybe you are fast, but you've never run before.
Oh, I don't think we did. Okay, so we used to do games. Yeah, we used to do games.
And
I don't think I tried any of them.
But why did you never try? So not even in primary school did you try running? Or?
In primary school, basketball.
Basketball?
Sorry, netball.
Sorry, netball.
Good. Netball. It was netball. Yeah.
Netball, you tried it?
Yeah, I tried it. Netball was fun. Yeah. And volleyball.
You tried volleyball? Yes. I don't understand.
I tried it, but I mean, I think that's how I lost touch with sports because it wasn't moving anyway.
It wasn't going anywhere. Okay. Like there are other sports that you can try. You can try bowling because it's close. Yeah, by now that bowling, golf, miniature golf.
I think the reason I didn't try sports in Roses is I think we were doing something and see this thing that is it short put, yeah, or something, yeah. And someone was trying to throw it and it hit somebody's head. Gloria Ligay, that's her name. So it hit her head, and she was in the hospital for a very long time. She had to move on this thing. So,
but either the person who was doing it was very strong, or she was too close.
I don't know how it happened, but all we know is that I think just hit her head.
So then, because of that, you said no sports for you.
No, before someone can see. I mean, we used to take it seriously, Roses. So that was it.
All right. So, do you have like entertainment nights? Nino's nights. So what did you do for your Nino's night?
Nino's nights, how did I even dress? I think I wore a night gown. I think I remember it was this kind of when you go to these government hospitals, those night gowns that the women who have given birth they wear. Okay. With the I wore that. My school mother, she put what you call it on my face, powder, and I think they put she wrote something like I am a fool or something. Then she put 1 year, I'm a fool. Oh. Yeah, she put 1 year. I think she put one in front of me. Then I wore our PE shorts and she put pillow inside the PE shorts.
Why? Why was she doing this? I'm confused.
Because you have to be dressed like a fool. At the end of the day, you will win something, but I didn't even win it.
So you're not a very good fool. because
maybe
you were not committed to it.
Yeah, I think so.
So who was your school mother?
My school mother, hey God, Ruth.
Ruth what?
I don't remember her surname.
So you are not in touch with her anymore?
No. I think she was dating my cousin at that time, so.
Oh, so that's why she took you.
Yeah.
And then your cousin broke your heart. So that's the end of that. Did they break up before I'm a fool,
I
or
think
this
no,
was
no, no, no.
before?
After SHS, and I loved Ruth because she loved me, and she
Okay.
made me enjoy Sinai. She didn't allow people to bully me.
Okay.
Um, she didn't make me work so much.
So when you see your cousin, thank him, because if it wasn't for his
Yeah,
love
yeah,
for Ruth, Ruth
yeah.
wouldn't have taken care of you.
Yeah,
So
it's
buy him a
true.
gift this Christmas. Okay. And tell him
Okay,
thank you for making my life easy.
I'll do that.
Okay. So were there any crazy incidents or anything that happened in St. Rose's? Maybe not to you, but to someone, like any big case.
Yeah.
What happened?
So there was this thing that happened before you went to the school. There was this story of some girls went to record a sex tape
Okay.
with Accra Academy guys. So they were even banned from Roses for like 5 years.
Okay.
Accra Academy guys, and
The academy guys were banned from Roses.
yeah, they were
Okay.
banned from coming to the school
Okay.
for 5 years. They actually recorded a sex tape and they put it out there.
Okay.
Yeah, they those. I mean, I don't even want to mention the batch. So,
Mm-hmm.
and also there was one funny thing. There was this girl. I don't want to mention her name. Maybe I'll
Okay, no
mention it
problem.
okay.
Yeah.
So Roses is a very small school. We know each other.
Mm-hmm.
You think the school is big, but you know each other. So I think her dorm mates, it was at night, they were not finding her.
Mm.
So now we have to look for her.
Okay.
So let's say Amma. So people go, where is Amma? Where is Amma? Where is Amma? Nobody found Amma.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently Amma has jumped the wall.
Okay.
Just like, no one jumps the wall, Roses. Like, where are you going to?
Okay.
Right
And
now, Kwetia, where are
the
you going to?
the wall is probably not very high.
No, it wasn't high because they didn't even think we jumped.
Okay.
And before you even jump though, you have to pass through some farm.
Yeah.
And like Roses, who would do that?
Okay. But
She
Amma
She
did
did.
it because of love, boy.
Yes, she went to her boyfriend's house. And this whole thing was going on, so it had to get to her Reverend sisters. They had to call her parents.
Wait, so was it going on often, or that she disappeared? You couldn't find her. So
She's
they,
the first person who had jumped the
the
wall
wall.
at Roses.
Yeah.
And it became news because now everybody's looking for Amma.
Mm-hmm.
So now we had to involve teachers. Then it got to Reverend God. Hey. Do you want to talk about that?
Uh-huh.
You let me say what she is so that I take it out, okay? Okay. She's very like
We are
she's
not
a very Reverend sister.
Okay.
Hey.
Why? Why do you say?
Like she has no mercy.
But maybe it's because whatever she does to you is better than hellfire.
No. That woman will punish
Okay,
you.
so the information got to and what happened?
It got to back. Had to call the girl's parents.
Mm-hmm.
The girl's parents had to come in. Like we searched and searched and searched. We didn't
Was it
find
one night or weeks?
Like I think she was away for 3 days or something.
3 days.
Either 3 days or a week. I don't remember, but
Then
that was
Jesus
how
would have
serious-
resurrected. What is
That's
this?
how serious it is. Like she went away and this girl came back.
Uh-huh.
I don't know the plan she had with the boyfriend, but she came back as a mentally unstable person.
Okay.
Me, I know she was acting.
Oh, okay, that was her plan.
Yeah,
like, she
her
acted
plan.
like,
She
yeah.
acted like she was mentally unstable.
Okay.
Like you ask her a question, she does not understand what is going on.
Mm.
Some people took her away and all those kind of things.
Maybe
But-
aliens abducted her, but you know that in our culture, we don't know about aliens.
She actually told us the truth.
Okay.
That she jumped water her boyfriend. So they had to.
What happened?
They just suspended her permanently. Just threw her out
Permanently?
of the school.
So she-
yeah. She didn't graduate. They threw her
didn't
out of the
graduate?
school, yeah.
But do you know what's happened to her since? Did she move to the
She
US?
actually married the guy.
That so you see,
She married the guy. It's on Facebook. She married the guy.
I'm very happy. That's a very nice story.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Married the guy, yeah.
So shout out to Amma and her boy.
Yeah.
And what's the name? Reverend. Is it? Was she married or she's sister?
Reverend sister.
Reverend sister. So they don't marry.
Yes. Reverend sister. She's so beautiful, but very-
Yeah, sorry. Okay, so that's nice. Are they in Accra?
yeah.
Oh, wonderful.
But I don't know if
wonderful.
she's. I think I saw on Facebook, but I lost that account, so I don't know if she's
No
still in
problem.
Accra.
Is it the account you had when you were a celebrity? Oh,
No.
we'll come to that later. There's no need to do that now. But that's a nice story.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that was good. So then you graduated from St. Rose's.
So versus, yeah.
Not much drama. Were you involved in any drama? Anything
me
slightly
see.
dramatic?
I
Not
don't
really.
think so.
Mm.
I wasn't really. I think the only reason I was known in Roses. I mean, not so known, but
Mm-hmm.
there was something happened during our science class. There was those young teachers who come.
Yeah.
I think these national service guys, and I think I was eating in class or something, and he was asking a question, and I wasn't listening, so he just mentioned my name, Sylvia. And because I didn't know what was going on, I had to say, please, my name is not Sylvia, my name is Sylvie. And that's how they started calling me Sylvie in Roses. So anyone who calls me Sylvie means that like I went to school with that person.
Yeah.
But I wasn't involved in it.
So you just had a smart mouth because you were eating, you're not paying attention, and you decided to rather talk back to the poor guy.
Tried to.
So after that, what did he do? He just shut up and moved
Everybody
on.
laughed in the class and they started calling me Sylvie, and that was it. Roses.
Do you remember his name?
I think it was called Julius, but I don't know.
You don't know.
I
You
don't
called
know.
your teacher Julius. You didn't call him teacher.
We used to say madam and those things, but I think those people really used to call them.
Sylvie called Julius Julius. That's all we need to know. So eventually you left,
Yeah.
you graduated. Were you sad to be leaving?
I was so happy.
You were happy. But that was a
Yes.
school, your dream school. You didn't know what you were dreaming.
I mean, Roses was fun. I mean, in the dorms, but in the classrooms, like you had teachers who were like, there was this teacher called she she was so wicked. When she got married, she calmed down. I think because she needed no husband. She calmed down.
Oh.
And there was this teacher. She was like she was a French teacher.
Okay.
Yeah. She used to mention my name. In French, I don't even pay attention in French. She used to call me what? Reverend Sister Benedicta Sylvia. Because I used to always have, so Catholics, you have a rosary and you have a scapular.
Okay.
I don't know if you know what a scapular is.
I have no idea.
Okay, so it's this, it's normally a brown thread with this small wooden thing attached to it with either Mary's picture or any of the saints. So I used to have some around my neck. So she used to call me Reverend Sister Benedicta Sylvia. And yeah, she used to torment my life in class.
Okay.
Yeah, teacher. I liked her. She was a good teacher.
Okay. Do you remember her last name or no?
So she was Sishope Avadachi. And when she got married, she became Sishope Titiati.
And have you met her since?
No. I think she even left the school after us or before us.
Oh, okay.
But
you liked her. She was a good teacher.
Yeah, I like teacher. She was so beautiful.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So then you graduated. Yeah. And where did you go next?
So I graduated. I didn't pass core math because core math is not mine.
What's your problem with math? Why do you have such a negative?
I don't know.
Is it that you don't like math or math doesn't like you?
Maybe it's the two-way thing. It doesn't like me. I don't like it.
So then what happened? You had to do NOVDEC?
Yeah.
Okay.
Still, I didn't pass.
So let's talk about the results. How did you learn that you hadn't passed core math?
Okay, so
did you know in your heart that maybe you didn't pass core math?
Yeah, I knew I wouldn't pass core math. Even though like I thought I wrote. I knew we wrote, but I knew that I won't pass.
Okay.
Like I won't pass.
So on the day that you had to see your results, walk me through the process.
I try to remember. I think we just bought the scratch card and my cousin, my school mother's boyfriend. I think I bought the scratch card or he bought it and he just searched for me and he sent me a screenshot.
So he went and he looked at it and then he sent it
Yeah,
to you. So he saw before you saw that you had not passed.
Because I asked him like, how is the math? Because I knew the other subjects I won't feel, but math, I think math I had E8.
I don't know what that means, but it sounds very low.
Very low. It's before
D.
F.
So wait, so it's like D and then they give 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and then E8.
E8.
Is there E9?
No, F9. F9 is fail.
At least you didn't fail.
I was almost there.
So when you saw it, there is E8. Did you say, hey?
I didn't say anything. I was more interested in looking at my literature and English and the other subjects.
So you told your dad or you showed the results to your dad. What happened?
It's not like they had hope in math. So they didn't have any
Nobody
hope.
was surprised?
No, like they didn't have any hope in the math.
Okay.
So you just had to write.
You knew that you have to write. So in that case, do you rewrite just math?
No, so they made me math I had E8 and science I had C.
Okay.
I've forgotten the C, the numbers they add to it. So I wrote math and science.
Okay. So then, did you go for special classes?
Yeah.
Preparation.
Yeah. It was around circle.
Did you make friends when you went for special
I
classes?
did.
Okay,
I
who are
did.
your friends from?
I did. I had this
Let's see the
friend.
Novdeck squad. Those who they are out there in life pretending they didn't write, but now Sylvia is going to expose you.
I had this friend. I had
Uh-huh.
Sophia. I still have a number.
Sophia what?
Sophia. I don't remember his. Alote. I
Alote.
think Alote.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You remember what school she was from?
No, I don't remember.
Okay, and then who else?
There was this guy, this Nigerian guy called Wale. But
Okay.
it was called Ode Wale or Lu Wale.
Not
Then-
Shatawale.
No. I think those are the two I remember. And there's a guy called Daniel, but I don't remember his surname.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then that was your crew. They were doing math only or
My
math and
crew was Sophia and Oluwale.
Uluwale.
Yeah.
So were you guys helping each other study or helping each other feel? What was the plan?
We're studying.
You were
Oluwale
studying?
he was a smart guy.
So how did he end up there? If he was a smart guy, how did he end up
I'm
there?
even shocked. But I think during the classes, he realized I could do better. He wasn't doing better in school.
Maybe he wasn't focused. You know, sometimes.
I'm sure. I was.
So he
smart.
failed math too.
I think he was from Nigeria or something.
So
came
he had to come and write.
yes,
So he
come
just came
write some- yeah.
to write that. Okay. So
So
he's
that's
not
a-
part of you
Nah,
people.
I don't think. No, I don't. I think he was just coming to write. So that's
Oh,
how I
okay.
wrote the note deck. And
Okay.
after the note deck, I had D,
If improved.
which is not far away from E.
I mean, it's a jump. It's a jump. So
I
then,
had D.
but science you had what?
Oh, the science I went to B.
So you see, it's a jump. A jump is
I'm
good.
sure if I had written the math again, I'd have gone to C, then B, and maybe A.
Like by now you get A.
Yeah, but
So after that, is that still a fail? D is still a fail or what?
D, you can't go to. I wanted to go to GIG, but
Okay.
I couldn't take D to GIG.
But come on, let's not pretend journalists are good at math.
I mean,
So how can they reject? I tell me all those journalists did well in math.
but I mean, they
So
said
that's
they
when
can't
your
take me.
journalism career was being crashed.
No, it didn't crash. I didn't give up.
Okay, so what do you do
So I
next?
went to this training school,
Okay.
GH Media. I think now they've added cosmetology and other things to
Okay.
it. So that's why I went to
They
study.
took your money. They didn't care whether it was D, E, F, whatever.
Yes, those
Okay.
private schools. So that's why I went to study air TV present, radio present, and production.
How long was that course?
It was, I think it was a 2-year course.
2 years.
Yeah, I think it was 2 years. Yeah.
So who are your friends from GH Media?
Oh, they are still my friends. So
Uh-huh.
I had Mercy Pamela Amankwa. So she was my friend on Facebook.
Oh, it's one person.
Yeah, one person.
Okay, I thought we were talking about 3 people.
Mercy
Mercy-
Pamela Abna.
Mercy Pamela
Pamela
Abna
Abna Amankwa Adowa.
Adowa.
Yes.
Please, we want to
That's-
meet her one
that's
day.
her
She should come
name.
and visit
Yeah.
you in the office.
Yeah, so she was my friend on Facebook.
Okay.
So when I met her, I could recognize her.
She was your friend on Facebook before you went to GH.
Yes, before I went to
How did you make friends with her? She didn't go to your school.
Yeah, I think randomly sent me a friend request on Facebook. And
Why? You were famous. Oh.
No. Oh, I wasn't on that side of Facebook yet. I wasn't on that
So
side.
she randomly sent you and then you accepted. Then you find yourselves at GH
We
Media.
used to chat in the DMs.
So you knew that you both be going there.
No, we didn't know we were going to that school.
So what were you chatting about?
I think she used to. Okay, the reason people liked me on Facebook was
Yeah.
my hair, because I used to have a lot of hair, my natural hair.
Okay.
And I used to take people through this natural hair journey and all those kind
Okay.
of things. So that's how she became my friend. So we used to chat, but we didn't used to really talk deep.
Okay.
So I just saw her at GH Media and she just recognized me and that was it.
And you're like, hi, Sylvie.
No, she called me Sylvia.
Sylvia, okay.
Sylvia. So it was her, then Yaira,
Okay.
Amegache,
Okay.
then Mabna, the one who came for the empower hair.
Okay.
Mabna, Gloria. And then Maud,
Okay.
the YouTube girl.
Mm-hmm.
But we are not like friends anymore.
Okay. Okay. Why did she take down your episode?
I don't know. Maybe she was
Tell
having
Maud.
an episode.
More that we need to get back on YouTube.
Maud and who again? There were some other people.
Okay.
We are not
So
friends,
now you're at GH Media
yeah.
for 2 years.
Yeah.
And then from there, what happened?
So whilst I was there, my uncle introduced me to somebody at the SYDE Media.
Okay.
So, because everybody in my family knew I wanted to be a journalist.
Okay.
So, introduced to somebody in the SYDE Media, and this person took me to Akosia Boaji, the Darling Boy.
Mm-hmm.
So it took me to Akwesi Abuaje, and because I used to listen to his show, so I used to like the show so much. So it was like going there, it was like you meeting Jesus or God. Like I was so happy. They introduced me to Akwesi, and Akwesi was like, okay, people come no more, but so then now those long talks and all this kind of things. And he was like, give me the short. So I started producing on entertainment review.
So you wanted to be a journalist, but now you talk more about being a producer.
Yeah.
Explain the difference and why you prefer one over the other.
Yeah. So when I moved to this whole production thing, I don't know, but all of a sudden I found it fun.
Okay.
And I think I realized that okay, if I can't be a journalist, I have this other one. At the end of the day, I'm still in the media.
Okay.
So let me hold on to this one. But whilst I held on to it, it became something I really liked.
Okay. Okay.
So that's how I started getting opportunities. I worked with him there. Then I was able to be part of the 2020 elections. We covered
Okay.
20, but I was in studio.
Okay.
Like we sleeping there and all those kind of things. Then I got the chance to also produce.
Was that exciting? Was it stressful?
It was exciting and stressful. It was exciting for me because it was my first time.
Okay.
And seeing all these reports, getting these phone calls, you have to call this person, put this person on.
Yeah.
You see everything live. You see new people, meeting new. I mean, being a producer to meeting new people and these whole celebrities and those kind of things. It was fun. And meeting people I really liked, like Kojenchi. The first time I saw, I was so happy.
Okay.
Because I used to listen to his songs when I was young. My friends used to play Kojenchi.
Which is your favorite Kojanchi song?
Mrika, he has this song Afro. He said something about like a lot. I like Kojenchi.
Sing Mekwa first. Let's
Oh, I know dear Mrika.
Oh, that one. Okay.
Yeah, that song. And this one, Okoda Anapanundwa Anajunundwa. Sorry, Anapanundwa. Tom and Jerry are where they meeting you. There's I like their playing like a lot of the songs.
Okay.
I like Kojenchi a lot. So the first time I saw, I was so happy. I saw Mako Kriku. I loved Mako Kriku.
Okay.
I saw Kamisi Fakai. I liked him so much, and his wife was also Koiraja. So and Arnold, I liked Arnold so much. He was on the Akwesi Abuaje show.
Okay.
It's like I don't know, but I think Arnold is very intelligent. So
Okay.
I liked him so much.
Who's Arnold? Is it the one who does that entertainment thing where he's criticizing?
Arnold Beidou.
Arnold. What does he do now?
He's a critique. He's also part of the entertainment critiques. I think he's normally at the SYDE Media.
Yeah, but is he not on that Mac Brown show?
Yeah, the entertainment.
The one who's always like, I don't know, like he's critiquing the entertainment industry.
The very tall guy.
Yeah, I see him sitting down, so I don't know if he's tall.
Yeah, he's
or not.
very tall.
Well, to you, everybody is tall. I think that's
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because he always has a take that is slightly different from what
yeah.
people normally say, and then I think it's interesting to listen to.
Yeah, so I was very excited to meet Arnold. Yeah.
Okay.
Then I went ahead to produce Kojo Riafi's show, the late Kojo Riafi. Then, thanks to Kojo Riafi, they took me to United Showbiz, Nana Mama Brown show. Okay. So we started it.
You were a producer on that show?
Yeah, we started that show.
Interesting. So did it start with Nana Mama Brown?
Yeah, I started with Nana Mama Brown.
Oh, that's wonderful. So then your time at SYDE Media.
Yeah.
Was it fun?
It was fun. Like, I loved SYDE Media so much. Like, there was something about the media that I think whenever I was going to work, my sisters, they used to see the excitement.
Yeah.
Because after the SYDE Media, I got a job in the corporate environment. Yeah. Then my sister always used to tell me that when you're going to SYDE Media, they were not paying you. You were more happier than the company that they pay you.
Okay.
Because I loved the job.
Okay.
So I think I went to SYDE Media in 2016. I wasn't being paid until United Showbiz came on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's when the late Kojo Riafi.
Were you there when he passed away?
Yeah. I was there.
How traumatizing was it for the team and the group? I think it was quite sudden.
Yeah, it was. Because I think we won the lockdown, the COVID lockdown. So I think the Friday, I think Kojo died on Monday. I think Monday or one of those days. So on Friday, I texted him. I was asking, well, when are you going to come back on the show and all those kind of things? And he was like, He's still in talks with father, but today he's not feeling well, so he can't go to work. And I was like, has he been to the hospital? He said, oh yeah, he go to the hospital. So I texted on Saturday because Kojo actually loved me. It was myself and a lady called Chris Love.
Okay.
He didn't have sisters, no siblings, so he took us as that. So he did everything for us.
Okay.
We also cared about him. So Saturday I texted him, how are you? Have you been to the hospital and all those kind of things? So I was like, I couldn't go, he go on Saturday. So okay. Then Saturday I texted, I didn't hear from him. Sunday I didn't hear from him. So on Monday, I think it was 4th June or 5th June, 2020. I was inside, I was somewhere. My friend was at my place and she told me my phone was ringing. I went for my phone, it was Chris Love. That was the call. And Chris Love was like, Ira, have you heard what has happened? What has happened? I said, Kojo is dead. And prior to that, I had a dream that that thing had happened. I used to have a lot of dreams like that. And I used to tell him that he should be careful. But I mean, Kojo is Kojo. So when I heard that, I didn't believe. So I had to put on the television and truly, Kojo was dead.
Did you cry?
I cried. I couldn't go for his funeral.
Okay.
Like it was a lot.
Mm.
It was like a lot.
Do you still cry sometimes?
I think the reason I don't anymore is I used to have dreams about him. He was happy. Yeah, so I think I took it as a sign that he was in a good place.
Yeah.
But at the time, he was happy. Anytime I saw him in my dream.
Wow. So this was before the elections?
Yeah, June. The
Yeah,
lockdown
June.
was in March. So yeah, June 2020. Yeah, that's when he died.
So do you think that his death changed you?
I didn't go back to the SYDE media.
But he died in June.
Yeah.
You did the elections in
We
2020.
did I went to the SYDE in 2016. No, the elections for
Oh, the
us, we
elections was
had-
2016. That's what
we
you're talking
had
about.
that election, yeah, before the 2020 election. So after his death, I didn't go back.
You never went back to Desktop Media after
I
that?
never went back.
Wow, this is interesting. I never knew this.
I never went back. I think the only time I went back was when I was with my other company, and the other time I was passing by, and
So, but how's Chris Love doing?
Chris Love is fine. I think the last time she called me, she's fine. But I mean, it took a toll on us.
So is she still at Despite or she?
No, I think the last time, I think she used to work at Kuzo or something, that Kuzo restaurant.
Oh, okay, okay.
I don't know what she does. We don't really keep in touch like before.
You guys left the media after his death.
Yeah, I mean, I left. I was given the opportunities to come back and do national service, but I didn't want to go back.
You didn't want to go back?
Because he was the only person who I thought had my back at that place. Because the media is a lot.
Yeah.
So if you don't have someone who has your back, they always come for you. So,
wow.
And he was the person who made them start paying me at the SYDE media. I mean, he was the one who took me on the Mac Brown show.
Okay.
He was the one who took me on his show, and Father Dixon recognized me.
Okay.
So he did a lot for me.
Wow. So then after that, you went into what you call the corporate world, where you enjoyed some misery. So we'll not mention the company. But when you accepted the job, I'm sure you didn't think it would be miserable. You thought you'd be able to handle it.
I was so happy because I think Kojo died in June. I got the job in September.
Okay.
So, because I really wanted to leave home.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when I got the job, I was so happy.
Okay.
And
then you went there and it was different. It wasn't the media.
Yeah, it was different. I mean, it was corporate. So I'm like, oh, okay, this is nice.
How long did it take for you to realize that you probably would not love it? How long did that take?
I think I went there in 2020, so maybe I think a year after. Even during that year, I did realize it, but it's hard for me to let go of things.
Okay.
So I thought something good would come out of it. So I held on. So the last straw was when I got sick.
Okay.
And I had to go to the hospital and this whole surgery thing. And it's funny how my surgery, despite media paid for my surgery.
Okay.
The company I went with, they told me, if you need help, let us know. And that thing, it's like, you don't want to help, just so that I don't want to help you. Yeah. So I mean, I was through the spice media. I started going to school. I
Okay.
furthered my education at AUCC.
Okay.
I did strategic communication. They took care of my school. So even when I was with the Indians, they were still paying my school fees.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So
So
after school,
after GH Media, you went to AUCC.
yeah. So
Okay.
once I
Okay.
was at Despite Media, my friend Pamela Messi,
Okay.
yeah,
Why
she
does she have so many names?
I don't know why her parents gave her those names. So she said, Ira, we need to go to school and all those kind of things. We need to. So she was like, AUCC and all those kind of things. So she got the forms and she told me about it. So that's when I went to meet my boss. And I told him that I want to go to. And that time he was fond of me, so it was very easy. I told him I wanted to go to school. And he was like, how much is this? That. I applied and all those kind of things, and I got into this. So I did strategic communication, and Pamela did development communication.
So how do you use your strategic communication in your current job? Or you just collect your salary and you don't help us with strategic communication? Explain. Explique, s'il vous plaît. We'll come to that later.
Yeah.
So just strategic communication. Okay. Wow. So then, after about a year of working in a corporate job.
I wasn't there for a year. I went in 2020. I left there in I think 2023 or 2024.
So 3 years.
When I left there, I didn't even leave and I came here. So
You are stitching on yourself.
when I came here, I did the like I knew okay, now I've gotten the job. Now I'm like, okay, now I have to strategize. I'll take my salary before I go.
From
Because
there.
from the people,
Yeah.
I have to go and buy things and go to the nurse. I waited. When my
You know they might be
salary-
watching this.
They should watch. They should watch. Right now, they should watch. I just took my salary. The day I took my salary, the next day I sent my this thing.
So okay, let's talk about how you ended up working at Ike Brand Council. Because
Okay, so there was one time I think I just came home and I called my sister and I told her that I'm tired. I can't do this job anymore. So they should help me.
Okay.
So my sister, so I told my cousins, but I'm used to calling them my sisters.
Yeah.
So I told the one at Kolibu.
Okay.
And I also told my other sister, Hilary's wife.
Yes.
So she was like, okay, then she speak to Hilary because Hilary has a friend. That's when Mr. Foley came up and all this kind of thing. So, so Hilary was like, okay, I'll speak to my friend. So one day I was at the Indian's place. They were melting gold. The thing was entering me. Then I had a call. Hi, Sylvia, this is Elon Foley. I'm like,
I called you personally?
yes, you called me personally.
Oh wow, okay.
This is Elon Foley. Then we have to have a meeting, interview and all this kind of thing. I'm like, okay, fine, okay. Then they texted the location. When I got to Melbourne, I was calling you, you're not picking up. Then you're like in a meeting, so I should come up. Hey, that day I remember I had wore trouser, I wore I wore this suit, and I was holding my bag, my outdoor bag.
I remember now. It was so serious.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, because I've got to work and moving pictures. I have to dress to impress with my heels. Yes. Then I came here because I knew I was looking fine.
Did you have your Afro natural hair or what was the hair like?
I did have my natural, so I had tied it.
Okay.
Yeah, and no, that time I had cut my hair. That time I had cut my hair, so I wore wig. I had cut my hair, and I had slippers because my last I'm the full Uber. So when I'm going out,
walk to the church station.
Yes. Yeah, I didn't want to be late. I told me to go. I came out there. I saw Mr. Fuller. I said, "Oh, okay." Then we sat there. I had the interview. Like it was so fun. I don't know, but it was so easy talking to you. It was so easy. So talking and everything, I'm like, nah, this one, dear, I have to get this job. I had to get this job. Then I went. The police said, "Don't call me. They've not called me." Hey, waiting, no call. Then I was there and they said another interview. I'm like, I didn't tell Mr. Bisa that why the first one didn't I do well? Why is there another interview again? Mr. Bisa was like, he doesn't know. Little did I know that he was part of the interviewees. I got there. Hey, I saw the lady from NLA, Mame, Mr. Bisa, and Madam Kess. But amongst all of them was Madam Kess I could look at. Because the other two wasn't really like, and Safoli too, he just left. So I kept looking at my man and like most of the questions I didn't have answers to it because I was confused. Because I've done the first interview, is it okay? Why? And I'd never had an interview before. Every job that I had, I've never gone for an
Free
interview
Bonto.
before. Yes. So I asked a lot of so me when I finished, I told Mr. Bisa that I don't think I'll get this job because me personally I know I didn't say anything there. So me I just told my dream I went to sit down. And Mr. Bisa asked, have you heard from her? I said no. One day I was there, you called again. And you're going on a retreat. Yeah, I was going to retreat. I was like, I don't have gotten this job because the way I used to pray on you at Alpha Hour. Hey, I used to pray you at Alpha Hour. And the good thing is I had your full name. So you are my point of contact Alpha Hour with my communion wine. Hey.
I'm trying to just run my business. You're taking me to Alpha.
Because I have to get the job. So they called me that retreat and all this thing. I'm like, yes, I've gotten the job. Then I told these people that I'm going for my auntie's funeral.
Your auntie's funeral, the palms are from.
No, I went to my auntie's funeral. I went. It was fun. Everything. I met people. Sami was the first person I spoke to. He was very rude.
Sami was rude. Tell me about it.
So he was. So I was like, these people, they're not friendly or what? It's like, Felicia was the only person smiling with me, and I'm like, it's normal because he has
a girlfriend, he felt threatened by your beauty, so he was just trying to give you cold shoulder.
So he was standing by the pool. I didn't know who to talk to, so he was standing. I'm like, hi. He didn't even say hi back, and I'm like, so I heard your name is Sami. He was like, okay, and I'm like, oh, my dad is Sami. He didn't even mind because I was trying to break the ice with something.
Are you serious? I've never heard this story before.
I said my dad is Sami. He didn't even mind me. And I was just standing by him, and I'm like, okay, then I'm going. I just left.
Who do you share a room with?
Felicia.
Okay, all right.
So, and I think the next day, Lankwe sat by me. So Lankwe started talking, and I think Legend used to like talk a lot. So like
Legend is the friendliest. Legend is like a puppy.
Yeah. So like I was talking to Legend was actually talking to me, so it was a bit easier. Then Lankwe the next day. Yeah. Then Clifford, when you're talking to Clifford, he's running away. So I went to ask Felicia that why is this boy running away? Because I have to tell something to him, like I don't know what is happening. And I didn't used to know the difference between Clifford and Joshua. I thought Joshua was Clifford and Clifford was Joshua. Because they were always together. I think they were three, but like Joshua and Clifford were always together. And all this kind. So I didn't. So when Lankwe started talking to me, like I think everything started getting easy. So right now, at least I can talk to Legend, Lankwe, and Felicia. The other people, I can't talk to them.
Okay, it's interesting.
So that was our poems.
Interesting. So we are going to get deeper into some of these stories later on. This one is just more of an introduction. But the purpose of this is to actually create some sort of product that people can watch, especially younger people can watch. So you've had tough times.
Yeah.
And we kind of skimmed over it, but I've told you before that the position you interviewed for executive assistant, you were not qualified for it.
Yeah.
You were not on my list, but you kept calling me or following up.
Calling and texting.
Yes. So I'm actually curious, like what kept you persistent?
I think that's one thing about me. If you promise me something, you have to give it to me.
Did I promise you a job? I didn't promise you a job.
For an interview, so I feel like I have to get the job.
Just because, what's the only interview you've gone to in your life? So you feel like interview means give me the job.
You were so pleasant.
So you're like an arm robber.
No, you were so pleasant. So I felt like everything is sourced. And me too, I wanted to leave that place so bad. And I had sent my CVs around. I wasn't getting
you ain't getting interviews. Yes. So this is one interview.
So this one interview, I have to get it. And I think also the reception you gave me when I met you.
Yeah.
Then
I'm a nice guy.
Yes, and it's not like just nice person, but you know, energy. You feel energy when you meet people. And it was genuine.
That's true.
And I'm like, I have to get this.
Okay.
So like I kept texting. I think I used to do every 3 days. When I text, you don't reply, call, you don't reply. Yeah. Then after 3 days, I'll text again. Then I think after some days, I'll come and get one reply B. Then I stopped from WhatsApp and I went to text message. That's like I kept texting. I think that's how you were tired and you told me I should come for the retreat.
Oh, no, I wasn't really tired. So what happened was So the job you interviewed for, you're not qualified
Yeah.
for it. And I also didn't want to give you the job just because I knew Mr. Bisa.
Yeah.
So that's
I
why I
get that.
had. So I was looking for something exceptional, and what made you stand out was the desperation, or another way of seeing it is that persistence.
Yeah.
Because yes, you didn't hear from me. I'm very busy, but it didn't. You didn't give up.
No.
And so for me at least, when I meet somebody who has that spirit of persistence, that side hustle spirit, right? It's a good asset to have.
Yeah.
So in that case, even if we don't have a job for you, we'll find a job for you to do.
Yeah.
Because if you have that energy, we just need to figure out where your talents and your skill sets meet, and then we create a role for you. So that was it. But then before I made the decision, I wanted to make sure that it wasn't just because you have dimples. We're giving you this job. So I had to have other people interview you
Yeah.
and then give some feedback. I don't remember what the feedback was, but it was just the process.
Yeah.
And then after that, the idea was, okay, we're going for this retreat. If you're going to be a part of the team, the moment for bonding is the retreat. So I'll at least bring you on the retreat and see how that was your final interview, seeing how you interact with the team.
Just.
Yeah. So that was the final one to see if you're someone who wasn't friendly and you don't gel with the team. And that's the
I
end.
tried so hard because it's so hard to penetrate.
And you got there on
into this.
time.
Yeah, but this team is very hard because
Yeah.
I think was it Dinam or someone came and I don't know if it was Dinam, Cindy or someone. I think it was Benedicta.
Yeah.
I told her that these people, everybody is nice, but it's very hard to get through them.
Yeah.
Because this team, they are nice, but getting through them.
And we don't just allow anybody to come in the squad.
It took a lot.
Prove yourself.
I remember one time the interview that I came to meet Madam Kess.
Yeah.
I was sitting there, and Joshua came out. I didn't even know he was a Joshua guy. So it was one time, and I remember that some fair guy. Hey, the guy just passed by me, and I was asking, and please, he didn't mind me. He just walked away.
Joshua is a diva, so he can, that's the Beyonce of the squad.
Just walked away, entered the washroom. Hey, then I think we had a meet. I think was it the retreat? And I saw him. I'm like, so this guy is part of it. Me, I thought he was just like
it was just somebody in the office.
Hey,
he's part of the squad. He's a
hard,
creative
but
director. No, but you proved yourself, so that's why now they've
made
accepted.
it.
Not only have they accepted you, you are the magaji of the group, team leader, overall boss.
Yeah, so that is it.
Okay. So, what advice do you have for any young girl out there who has just been beaten and is rolling out of the house and thinking that life is not great?
Yeah. Well, one thing I stand by is education is great because I had the opportunity to be given that.
To get E8.
What's it about the math? I loved literature. I think my favorite subject in school was literature. CRS. I liked history.
What's CRS?
Christian Religious Studies.
That's a whole course.
A whole course. You study the
Did
Bible.
you do Christian religious? I know there was religious and moral, which like you studied Christianity, Islam, but there was one was it St. Rose's?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, it's a Christian.
It's a senior high school something.
Okay,
and if
sorry,
you
I
go
didn't
deep
go.
into that thing, if you go deep into that thing, you might not believe in God because, I mean, it says a lot. Even though you use the Bible to learn that.
So they're using it to confuse you, the
something
Christians.
Like that. Like they say one thing in the Bible and there's another thing.
We'll deal with them.
Saying that. So yeah, I think education. Just educate yourself because the reason I went to AUCC was the time I was at Despite Me, I wasn't doing a lot.
Okay.
I wanted to go to school and I went to school. There are times, I think even the time that I was just then, I was not doing anything. Yeah. Sometimes I feel like if I still had money, because EK Brand is a place I can still go to school whilst you are working. Sometimes I tell my sisters that if I still had money, I'll still go to school.
Maybe if you decide to use what you learned at AUCC to help us, then maybe we'll fund more education. But so far, you're not helping us with the education.
Would this still be part of the interview?
Yes, it's all part. It's all part. Yeah.
Oh, but I mean, education, because even, and I think a bit of curiosity. I think I used to be curious. I don't know if I'm still curious.
What's changed?
I don't know, but I used to be very curious.
You're not curious anymore. Right now, you even decide to let things not pass through your brain. Let's talk about that.
It's No,
If it doesn't concern you, you don't want it to even pass through the brain, just in case you get curious and you start processing it. You don't allow it. What's going on there?
I don't know. I don't know.
You don't know.
Only
You're
that I
afraid.
know that I've changed. I know
You
a
know
lot.
that you have
Yeah, a
changed.
lot.
Okay, don't worry. We'll work on bringing you back. At least now we understand some of the events that have taken you to a certain place. So we'll try and pull
Yeah,
you back.
so go to school. If you won't go to school, I mean learn. Just learn
But I think
something.
you're saying good school and all that, but I think you're missing the perseverance aspect.
Yeah, I
Because
mean
getting E8 and then fighting hard to get a D,
yes.
that's strong.
Yes.
And then somebody would think once you're after the GH media thing and then you ended up at Despite, why would you study again? You're
Yeah.
okay. You're in
Yeah.
a field where you don't need all of
Yeah.
that, but you still push through. And then, of course, how you got the job at EK Breakfast.
Yeah.
Yes, through persistence.
Yeah.
And then not wanting to sense gold going into. But I want you to actually try and give some advice to someone, a young girl out there who even maybe is being beaten and thinks that their mother doesn't love them. What, eh,
Hey.
what advice do you have for that person?
Oh, well, I think your mother loves you. There are some people their mothers don't love them, so maybe yeah. I think your mother loves you. See, sometimes it all depends on the kind of training your mother had, or maybe the upbringing that she went through, or maybe your mother does not want you to toe the lane that she told. So
Yeah. And I think also what's important is that with time,
you understand?
you'll be able to understand.
Yeah.
There's some things, obviously, as a child, you understand. But as you've grown older, you understand that,
Yeah.
I mean, for most parents, 99% of parents, they love their children. The question is, how do you
Yeah.
save the child from the fears that you have, right? A lot of these things is based on fear.
Yeah.
And but we didn't talk about the day you introduced a boy to your father.
So
Let's talk about that. How many years later was this?
I was at Despite Media.
Okay.
So I think I'd come home for Christmas. I used to go to Kumasi every Christmas.
Okay.
So there was this guy I was seeing in Kumasi. And
What was that? What's that expression for?
oh, I made it.
Yeah, you have to explain.
I don't remember what is the
Okay.
expression.
No.
So I was still in AUCC.
Uh-huh.
So I think it was Christmas. It was I was 23rd. So we had finished our last paper. I was going back to work, and I actually twisted my leg.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I twisted my leg at this. Was it I mean, I'm going somewhere with the story.
But what were you like? Why did you twisted your leg? What, walking?
Walking. I used to twist my leg. When I was in GHS, I think primary, I twisted my leg.
Why did you not finish learning how
Maybe
to walk?
I actually learned how. So now it's still twisted.
You still twist just walking?
Yes. Many a times I.
Is it the same leg,
Yeah, the
or is
same
just
leg.
the right one?
I think. Where did I wear my POP? I don't remember. Either left or right. I don't remember.
You actually had to put on POP.
Yeah, so
maybe that's why you're not an athlete, because it would have been worse. If you can't walk, how can you run? That's it.
Hey, so I twisted my leg at the old, is it Mr. Biggs?
Okay.
Yeah, and you know how Christmas in Accra, car problems. So my cousin and I was actually my cousin, so we still had to walk. So I walked on this twisted leg till I think I've forgotten where we got a car, and I went to the Spice Media. Yeah. When I got to the office, I still used this leg to climb the stairs to UTV. Okay. So when I go up there, I mean, I had a few friends there. I told them I've twisted my leg. And one thing that I'll tell, please, when you twist your leg, don't massage it.
You got swollen? I
twisted my leg. I went there, they massaged it for me, and they tied it, and I took it home. They got a car for me, I took it home. I didn't, I just slept the next day.
Swollen, yeah.
It didn't get swollen.
What happened?
Apparently, the twisting that, I don't know how the person twisted, but it opened up my bones. So there was a hole in my bone. Ooh. I didn't take it seriously. Then I traveled to Kumasi. Okay. To Kumasi. I went to one of my childhood friends. Then we went to...
What's the friend's name?
Agnes Rimpong.
Shout out to Agnes.
We went to this... Kojenchi has this program that he does in December.
So you had a twisted leg. You were going to see Kojenchi?
I went to Micklin Hotel.
What high heels?
Yes.
I was feeling sorry for you in the beginning, but right now I don't know.
I wore high heels. Micklin Hotel. We had fun. When we finished, my leg had swollen. Couldn't enter the heel. So I had to wear one. Okay, barefooted and one. Then we sat in the car, we went. Then I think first first January, I'm like, no, I think I have to go to the hospital. So my uncle was at my uncle is an orthopedic doctor at CAF, Kwame Nkrumah. Was it Kwame Nkrumah? Konfanochi,
Confirmation.
sorry. Konfanochi. Then I went there, he took an x-ray and he was like, I have two options. It's either they put this metal thing in my leg to bring the bone back and take it out later, or POP. Then I told him to advise me. It was like, the POP will be best because this thing will be surgery, then another surgery to take it out. So I went walking, but I came back in a wheelchair.
Okay.
So they put me in a wheelchair, I got my crutches out. It's everything, you live like fourth floor. Let's use this thing to climb the fourth floor. So I wasn't going, and this boy said it's my boyfriend.
He said he's your boyfriend. Okay.
He was, I mean, that time
Alright.
we were dating. So he came home. So that was the first time I introduced a guy to my mom and my dad.
Also, he hadn't seen you in a few days, so he came to the house to see
Yeah.
look for you. So he came and then you tell your parents before he got there, or you?
No.
So he just showed up and then he
I don't even think I even introduced him to my dad. I think my dad has gotten to a point where he feels like I'm grown.
the lotto is over.
Yes,
he has won. He has won.
It's
So,
over,
yeah.
So when the guy came, was my mama introduced the guy, but my dad personally, the guy greeted my dad. My dad, like, he never asked if he's this, that. Yeah. So that's how my father met him.
The look that you had on your face is like the opposite of boys are treasure.
Oh, I mean, the time we train, mommy, his time is past, so I can't blush.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Anyway, so
Yeah. So boys are not good. Though.
what do you mean boys are not good?
I mean, boys are good, but they should look for the good ones.
Look for the good boys.
Yeah, I mean, I think there are some good boys.
Oh, okay. Have you found any?
No.
How are you looking for them? What's your strategy?
I'm not going to do it.
So there's no strategy, there's no plan.
There's no strategy, there's no plan, no.
Okay. All right, no problem. Please send an email. We'll give you an email. If you're interested in dimples here. But you have to do interviews with every single one of the EK brand boys.
Yes.
And then if you can go past them, then
I'll do interview with the EK brand.
no, the people who the guys who are interested in you. Already we know that the EK squad is difficult to
yes.
to
And they
make
can
it through.
draw him and he knows that it's coming.
But I think I'm glad we had this interview. I'm looking forward to you using your media production skills and the strategic communication to help with this. And I think you're the second person we are interviewing. And I also want to congratulate you on being the producer for SydeHassle Stories going forward.
Thank you.
Yes, and you also been in charge of strategic communication for all SydeHassle products.